In April 2026, Modi government officially rolled out E20 fuel across the country.
From April 1st, you will only get E20 Petrol at Indian fuel stations. I'm sure you've heard about this.
CIAN Agro is one of the ethanol producing company owned by Nitin Gadkari's family.
और टोटल 1500 करोड़ लीटर जो इथेनॉल खरीदी किया जाता है वो 550 इंडस्ट्री है। कोई चावल से बनाता, कोई मक्के से बनाता, कोई शुगर केन जूस से बनाता, कोई मोलेस, उसमें हमारा शेयर 0.07%।
As per the recent video, his company's market share is just 0.07% and Nitin Gadkari claims negligible profit from this. But wait. Now look at this number. CIAN Agro's net profit increased from 0.28 crores in 2023 to a massive 222 crores in 2026, which means net profits jumped by 800 times within just 3 years. But the main question is, why is the BJP government forcing E20 petrol on 29 crore non-compliant vehicles? Well, this is what we are going to decode in this episode of Money Minded School. Now, let's first understand how ethanol policies has evolved over the years. During the Congress government, means from year 2000 to 2013, ethanol blending in petrol remains almost unchanged from 0% to almost 1.6%. But after 2014, when the BJP government came to power, ethanol blending increased rapidly from 2.3% to 20% by 2026. That's more than 12 times increase within a decade.
Wow, Modi ji, wow.
But here's the real question. If the actual petrol cost is just 62 rupees per litre, then why are we still paying around 112 rupees per litre? See, in case of Mumbai, out of 112 rupees you pay, only about 60 rupees is the actual cost of crude oil, refining, transportation and the oil company's margin. Around 20 rupees is collected by the central government as a excise duty, while another 26 rupees is collected by the Maharashtra government as VAT. And finally, the 4 rupees as the dealer commission. So you end up paying nearly 41% tax on the petrol itself, and that's why it becomes expensive for the consumer. The BJP government rolled out E20 petrol on 1st April 2026, and the interesting fact is that 29 crore vehicles in India are not even E20 compliant. And soon after the E20 rollout, many car owners started complaining about the lower mileage and the vehicle breakdown. A consumer survey even found that around 50% of the people notice a drop in the fuel mileage. Now let's try to understand why fuel economy reduced due to the E20 petrol. See, petrol contains about 32 megajoules of energy per liter, while ethanol contains nearly about 21 megajoules of energy. When 20% ethanol is blended with the petrol, it creates 30 megajoules of energy. So the petrol overall energy content drops by roughly 7%, and that's why you see a mileage drop in your vehicle. For example, if your car gives 15 km mileage on the pure petrol, and due to the E20 petrol it gives a 14 km mileage. Now your car's mileage drop by just 1 km per liter because of the E20 fuel. And if you drive around 15,000 km every year, then you will end up buying around 71 liters of petrol extra. At 110 rupees per liter, that's an additional fuel expense of nearly 8,000 rupees every year. So like this way, E20 policy is hurting every vehicle owner in this country. But there is one option available for ethanol free petrol, that is XP100 petrol, which is available only at the selected Indian Oil petrol pumps. But the shocking part is that it costs around 167 rupees per liter, nearly 50% more expensive than the regular E20 petrol. Now tell me one thing, are you really going to buy petrol for 167 rupees? Now let's try to understand the relationship between the crude oil prices and the petrol prices from year 2000 to 2026. Under the Congress government, petrol prices increased from 28 rupees per liter in 2000 to a 68 rupees per liter in 2014. Now during this period, crude oil prices were also highly volatile, rising from $20 per barrel in year 2000 to a peak of $111 per barrel in 2012. So the petrol prices are justified as the crude oil prices were increasing. Now after 2014, when Modi government came to power, and everybody thought that petrol prices will come down. But that simply just not happened. In fact, the crude oil prices dropped to a low of $43 per barrel in 2020, and currently it is priced around $70 per barrel in 2026. But wait, ideally in this case, the petrol prices should also come down as the crude oil is down. But the government has other plans. Petrol prices keep on increasing from 74 rupees in 2016 to a record high of 112 rupees per litre in 2026. That is simply because the government keep on increasing the excise duty on the petrol. See, whether you support or oppose the ethanol blending, one thing is clear, every Indian deserves the transparency and the fuel choices like Brazil, Thailand and other European countries. So always question the government policies and fight for your right. So that's it for today's video. Till then, see you in the next one.